Elman King and the rest of my babies. What it do, kiddos? Yeah, I'm smiling. Pop's out here. I feel good today. I woke up feeling better. I haven't in a long time. Sorry I haven't been on here, but we Dad slipped and bumped his head, and but I'm back on track, and I can't live in my own pain and mire and muck and I can't do all that. I gotta fight back, right? You know what I mean? So I gotta fight back. And Bo Bears, Bucka Bo, you know what I'm saying? You did me like the biggest favor in the world and the biggest, by what we talked about last night and what you told me, man. And I needed to hear that, and to give me that extra little boost, that motivation and that reason for being, to have a purpose to be dependent on. So I got you. 2 years? It's nothing, nigga. It's a piece of cake, nigga. To get you a piece of whoop. But I love you, Daddy, man. I miss you, man. And but I want to jump into this for Emma and King. This 101 things about Pops. And I ain't forget that I owe y'all that. So yeah, I just want to get straight into that and get back on track, man, and make these videos for you every day, like I should have been doing. And I apologize. All right, let's start with this 101 things about Pops. Now, I wrote this on 12/28/20. So 101 things about Pops. Number 1, my birthday is January 29th, 1983. As of today, 37. My birthday's in 3 days, and I'll be 38. Number 2, I was born in Lafayette, Indiana. Number 3, I'm an Aquarius. Number 4, my mother's name is Jan, and she was born in Franklin, Indiana, but was raised in Fort Wayne. Number 5, my father's name is Elmer, but everyone called him Bo, so he's and he was born in Lafayette. And number 6, my mother and father met in Lafayette when my mother came to West Lafayette to go to Purdue. Number 7, my mother is alive and is the closest thing I have in my life. She's my best friend by far. I'm a mama's boy, and she's the most wonderful thing I've ever had in my life. I don't know what I'd do without her. Number 8, my father, he committed suicide by hanging on Wednesday, February 16th, 1994, when I was 11. I forgive him. Number 9, at that time I was in 5th grade. I was in 5th grade, and I was a crossing guard at Washington Elementary. I remember that day like it was yesterday. Number 10, I went to Washington Elementary School all the way from kindergarten to 5th grade. Number 11, I then went to live with my paternal aunt and uncle in 6th grade, and went to St. Lawrence Catholic school. Have to wear a uniform and do mass and all that stuff. Yeah. So number 12, I went to high school at Jeff until like my junior year, and I was expelled. Number 13, at 17 I was way to adult court, and at 18 I was in prison. Number 14, it should be noted that from ages 14 through 17, I lived in various group homes, family members, and detention centers and whatnot. Number 15, I have 3 sisters and no other biological siblings. Ryan, Madison, and Desiree. And then number 17, I have 2 half sisters who each have separate mothers. Me and Ryan have the same mom and dad, and then me and Madison have the same dad, and then me and Desiree also have the same dad. So like all of us have the same dad, and my father had 3 different baby mamas. So to make it easy to say, I guess. Number 18, my youngest half sister Madison, she passed away in 2015 from drug and heart complications. I miss you, Maddie. Number 19, my full-blooded sister and I, hold on, my bad, are close. She's not talking to me right now, and but I miss her and I love her. She lives in Lafayette, my older sister, Desiree, I talk to her from time to time. She lives in Texas. And, oh, and that was number 20, I'm sorry. And then number 21, I have a total of 7 children whose names and ages are Malik Andre, and he's 20. Alasia Ray, she's 19. So let's see, Malik Alasia, I'm doing it on my hand. Malik Alasia, and then Bucka Bo Levi Johnson, and he's 16. And then Mariana Shea, she's 14. And then Aja Ray, she's 11. And then Emma and King, you know. Emma, you're 4, and King, you're 3. And yeah, you know. But let me see here where I'm at. And then, so number 22, there are 4 different women who my father children with. So I have my firstborn with Christina. Malik's mom is Christina. Her name's Christina. And then I have 3 kids: Alasia, Bo, and Mariana Pacoda, who is also my ex-wife. And then I have Aja with Megan, and then I have Emma and King, you guys, with Hannah. And then number 23, I have been married twice. Number 24, I've been divorced twice. 25, I'm a child of God. I am. God loves me. Even when I don't love me, God loves me. 26, I was baptized as a Catholic in 6th grade at St. Lawrence. 27, I was most recently baptized in August 2019. 28, one of the greatest blessings I've ever received is the blessing of being able to keep my arm. I'm not supposed to have an arm, but God wanted me to have my arm, to be able to put this pencil in my hand and be able to do these things and write down these things that I'm able to do. And sometimes I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, my God is real. I'm telling you. Okay, and so number 29, when I wrote this, it was exactly 2 years ago today, on the day that I wrote that, 12/28, that I had the accident to my arm, which I got it caught in a log splitter at work, and almost severed it. And I was in the hospital for 11 days, and I had 5 surgeries on it, and I still have complications and surgery on my other hand and things like that for that are related to it and whatnot. But I still got my arm, So I'm blessed. I'm thankful for that. And then, number 30, I worked a lot of different jobs. But one of my favorite jobs was working at Lowe's in the garden department. I liked it. It was like real therapeutic and peaceful for me, like to be around nature just in general. Like I like plants and stuff, and I like animals a lot too, but pops don't touch them and stuff. I'm real weird about touching animals and dogs and cats and stuff. But I like them. I like animals and stuff. But okay. Number 31. Well, it says I currently work, but I didn't. I don't anymore. I just lost my job. But Pop's gonna get another job today if I want to, and it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like Pops can get jobs, no excuses, and that's what it is. And yes, I'm about to get another job. I just have to wait a couple days and do a couple things that I got to do to take care of my responsibilities and yeah, but I'm gonna have a job and get right back on track like it's nothing. So, number 32, the longest I ever worked at a job is I think it was like 15 months, something like that, 14, 15 months that I worked at this place called GC3, and I was a supervisor there, and I was just a team lead at my last job as well. So, obviously somebody sees some leadership qualities in me, you know what I mean? And as a person, that and pay attention to his, tasks and, manage equipment, people's tasks, and just do what I'm supposed to do pretty much, Number 3, my dream job is now to see one day be like a motivational speaker, to one day just be able to help other people, like me. Yeah. Okay. 34. I've written and self-published three books. It's probably like the greatest self-gratification thing I've ever done for myself. The Poets of Lounge, The Poets of All, and this is what the Lord told me one day at a time. So yeah, number 35. I've also written about 3 other books that haven't been published. You know, there's one called Walk with Me, and it was like a memoir slash documentary of like my journey through incarceration, and I interviewed like 40 different people on various topics, ranging from like murder, crime, incarceration, drug addiction, religion, all types of stuff, and but I never gave that. I've never published that, and truthfully, the reason being is because I lost the pictures. Everyone that I interviewed for the book, I had the pictures, and I brought them home from prison, so that the readers could get a visual of who it was that I was interviewing and whatnot. And I lost the pictures in the storage unit that we didn't pay for. So I just got discouraged and just never published it. And then, so anyways, number 36, I'm very passionate about writing. Very therapeutic for me, and I love to do so. 37, I love to listen to music too. It's therapeutic for me as well, like for real. In any type of music, whatever, regardless of what it talks about, it doesn't encourage me to ever do any type of wrong or promote me to do anything wrong. In fact, it does the exact opposite. It's just I like beats. I don't half the time I don't even pay attention to the words. I put my own words. I'm a writer, so I put my own words in my own head, and go that route. I love the harmony, the melody, the music, the beats, the bass, the drums, the guitar, everything. I just like all music in general, just the sound of it. It doesn't even matter what they're saying. But number 38, I can draw facial portraits pretty good, man. Really good, actually. But I don't like to do it. I'm not passionate about it. The reason I only do it is just because it's the first thing anybody ever told me that I was good at. So I did it for accolades, pretty much. Excuse me. 39, I love art and tattoos, period. Excuse me. Number 40, I love animals too, but I don't pet them very much. You know what I mean? 41, I petted horses and stuff. I like my little niece got some horses. I got a horse down in Texas. Well, I think she got a couple now, but and I petted that, even though I seen all the flies and stuff on. But there's something about horses that kind of drew me to them. But yeah, I could be around dogs all the time and probably wouldn't pet a dog or a cat, But number 41, I think horses are cool and okay, yeah, I just told you that. And then 42, I'm not a fan of cats at all. I don't dislike them, but I don't know. I used to be allergic to them growing up, but I'm not now. But cats are just nasty to me in some ways. I don't know. Them hairballs and stuff, I can't deal with all that. But number 43, I do not eat anything with mayonnaise or fish. No seafood, kiddos. I don't eat no. I've never had shrimp, lobster, what else? Crab, any of that. But I know I don't like it. And people are like, how you know you don't like it? Why? Because I use all my senses, you know what I mean, when it comes to food, you know what I mean? Like, I know if it don't look good, I know if it don't sound good, I know if it don't smell good, then I sure know it ain't gonna feel good or taste good, you feel me? So, I'm good. So, no mayonnaise, no fish, no seafood. 44, my favorite food at this time is probably like fried pork chops, macaroni and cheese, and salad. Baked beans, that sound really good. Yeah, so matter of fact, that's what Pop's gonna eat today. I got that magic card, nigga. Yeah, excuse me. I didn't mean to say that. I'm working on my cousin kiddos. Food stamps. We call it magic card. My little niece, that's what Ellie and them call it, and Lily and them call it magic card. But so 45, I've only had one cavity my whole life, and that was just like a year and a half ago. Pop's got good teeth, just crooked, but yeah, I thought it was the end of the world. I had a cavity and I couldn't believe it, and yeah. But I brush my teeth every day, so make sure you kiddos brush your teeth at least once a day, if not 2-3 times, whatever. Not too much though, you don't want to overdo it, because that's what they said. I thought I had a cavity before, and it was because the doctor told me in prison that I was brushing my teeth wrong. I said, well, I'll be damned if I ain't never had a cavity, but I must be doing something right. I had an exposed nerve, so he was right. But anyways, 46, my biggest physical complex is probably my hair and my teeth. Truth is, my hair is just, yeah, probably my hair. Like, if I cut my hair, I'm scared it'll never grow back. Like, Pop's thinning out there, I just hide it pretty well, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, yeah. So, and then okay, I just seen somebody new. Anyways, 47. My greatest insecurity is the fact that I lost my manhood when I lost my babies, and it don't matter if I never do a drug again a day in my life, and if I work every day for the rest of my life. Um, in my dictionary, in my vocabulary, I'll never be a man until I get my babies back. Um, period. You know, that's just what it is, man. And I just now actually just seen a text that popped across the screen that it's from Mariana, and it wasn't good. So I can't let that beat me up though, because at the end of the day, I texted Mariana every day, told her I love her to the moon and back, and she still wouldn't text me that. So, and just to see that pop across the screen, I'm not gonna let it upset me. It's my fault, whatever she's talking about. I seen what she was talking about, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, I'm still gonna do the right thing, and it ain't gonna change. She's been mad at me anyways, so you know what I mean. Oh well, that's just how it's got to be. Like you was mad at me when I was doing good. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like whatever. You know what I mean? Keep being mad at me. I'll do it for yeah, yeah. I'll do it for her anyways, you know. So number 48. Well, anyways, it says. Anyways, let's skip that one. 49. I said I don't feel like I'll ever get my manhood back unless I get my babies back. You know what I mean? So 50. I went to 3 different colleges in 3 different states, but I never graduated. I went to Ivy Tech in here in Lafayette. I went to IDT in San Antonio, Texas, and I went to Pima University in Tucson, Arizona for a little bit. 51. I went back to school. I want to go back to school to one day be a peer recovery coach. 52. I want to one day go back to school for nails. I want to do nails. Yeah, laugh, you know. But yeah, I can see myself doing nails, and I think I could get a lot of clientele, just because you know, who would ever think that hey, this guy does nails. Yeah, so you know, I think I could, and it's something that I actually kind of checked into a little bit, and yeah, so there's a couple different places, one in Fort Wayne that I checked into, and things like that. So you know, God willing, I get my money right and maybe some assistance to do so. I'd like to do that. 53. My greatest phobia is casts. It makes me puke. That growing up, I know it's weird, but like if I see a cast, I can't eat. I'll puke. If I'm eating, I'll puke. They're the nastiest thing in the world to me. And like ever since I was a kid, like anything from you know, the crutches, the ace bandages to the cast, or just, oh my gosh, anything like that just makes me sick. And so like I watched Urban Cowboy with John Travolta when I was a kid, and I was eating pot roast, and as soon as I seen his arm with the cast on, I puked it all up. And so to this day, I still won't eat pot roast at all. But I like, you know, the things that are in it. I eat carrots, I eat potatoes, I eat the meat, but not together. And I won't never watch Urban Cowboy again. And John Travolta, I'm sorry, man, but you get no love from me, Bobo. Yeah, so and when I hurt my arm and everything, it was so bad that I had too many open wounds for it to have a hard cast, and only on the back of it did I have one, but it was like I didn't know it, you know, until they were like it was taking it off and stuff. Like, so I'm good. I'm glad. But all right, 54. My biggest pet peeve is probably when other people use the Lord's name in vain. I don't like that GD word. It just, so I always be like, when they say it, you know, I just be like in my head, I pray for them, or you know, excuse them. Number 55. I eat most fruit except melons, such as cantaloupe, watermelon, things like that. I don't eat that stuff. But I like all fruit, other fruit than that. But for some reason, I don't like, you know, melons. 56. My greatest fear is spending the rest of my life in prison, dying in prison. Um, Period. By far, that's the scariest thought in the world. I'm not made for prison, kiddos. Like, I've been there 3 times, and it's not for me at all. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not supposed to be there. I know in my heart, and the reasons I was there before was because I complex too much about what other people thought of me, and I maybe did some things that I shouldn't have did just to fit in, and was a follower and didn't even know it. But I realize it now, and trust me when I say that Pop stands 10 toes down on his own feet. You know, I ain't got nobody that that I'm trying to impress other than my kids, man. And I fail in doing that enough on my own. So yeah, I definitely ain't made for prison, man. It ain't my thing, man. Okay, 57. My favorite movie growing up was called what does that say? I thought it said Overboard, and it's like that's not. It's over. It was Over the Top growing up with Sylvester Stallone. He was an arm wrestler. I used to love that movie. My hand gave out. Love that movie growing up. But today it's Man on Fire with Denzel, and it has been since I came home, and since I watched it pretty much, and it reminds me like of Pita. I like the way that he the way that Emma made me feel, breathed life back into me when she was born. She came into my life. It's the same thing that I kind of related to Denzel, how he had, he was numb, and then she gave him a sense of purpose and a sense of life, and breathed life back into him. When a person's numb and to all feeling and emotions to the outside world, she made him feel again. So yeah, and then 59. I love to travel and sightsee. Been to visited many different states. What else? Well, kiddos, listen. I'm gonna take a break real quick. I left off at so next when I come back, it'll be number 60. I'll circle it, but I'm about to go to this NA meeting, and I love you, kiddos, and God bless. I'll be back. All right, kiddos. Paul's back. I just back from the NA meeting, just for today. Got my white key tag, so thankful for that. Thank God for that. So check this out, kiddos. Like, I'm at number 60. Let me see if I can hold this camera right. Okay. So we got okay, so number 60. I said that one actually. I traveled to many different states. I've been in a lot of different states: Texas, Arizona, Florida, North Carolina. Like as far as in residing for a little bit, not just traveling, visiting. But I've traveled through a lot of different states. Number 61 says that I'd have to say that I believe the Pacific Northwest is beautiful to me. I've never been to like the upper North Coast, like Maine and all that areas and Vermont and things like that. But I've never been that far. But I have been to like I've never even been to New York, but I've been to like Virginia and West Virginia's pretty too though. But anyways, number 62. I also think Chattanooga, Tennessee is real pretty, man. Like when you drive to, I don't know what highway that is, but like when you're coming from like Florida and whatnot, whatever highway that is, when you're driving through Chattanooga, I like how you can see like just like say, I don't know if it's I think I seen a Bob Evans. I'm pretty sure it's Bob Evans and things like that. But like the restaurants in the hills, like it's real pretty. It's not just flat, straight highway. I don't know. I like it. 63. I love to take photos and videos. 64. I don't have one single picture of me and my father together, so that's why I made it I guess a habit, or made it an importance to me to make sure that I take pictures and videos for my babies and with my babies, for real. That's why I'm doing this for y'all, it's important, not to just me, but with y'all in mind, if that makes sense, because I'm sure my father didn't realize that, hey, I ain't even took a picture with my son, and I'm about to take my life. You know, he didn't see all that. I get it. But anyway, so 65. I never smoked a cigarette, kiddos. I took a puff of one when I was a kid. It made me dizzy and gave me a headache. I ain't never tried a cigarette again. So don't smoke. Bad for you. 66. My favorite Bible verse is Isaiah 26:3. You will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. And you know, like when I was first starting getting into you know, my quest with God, you know what I mean, my walk with faith. That's something that rang out to me. That verse right there is the first Bible verse I ever memorized and didn't even intend to. It just stuck with me. And then the constant confirmation of hearing that verse over multiple times and the things that were going on in my life from like a all men's conference. And matter of fact, I had this shirt on and it says King. And I had this shirt on and I was at an all men's conference in Redding, California. And I went to a men's conference in Redding, California, and we were staying at, I think it was Shasta Lake, and we was on this lake when I was out there in Oregon at this Christ Center Recovery Home for Men or whatever. And you know, I broke down. I was doing dishes after we had a meal, and I looked at my shirt, and I looked out the window. I started breaking down about King, you know. And them people, yeah, they laid hands on me. And so I know that God is powerful. And the last thing them people said was that Isaiah 26:3. This man that was praying over me, you know, and it was crazy because at the end of the day, like, he didn't know anything about what we were just going through. What our Bible verse of the week was at the recovery home that I was at, you know. And to know that, to hear that, here we traveled to go to this all men's conference in Redding, California, and for these people to lay hands on me, and for him to end it with that was just like, whoa, man, I went crazy. And everybody did, really, though, because that's the only verse that I knew. And so when he started reciting it, I said it with him. And the guys that was with me, they understood it, they got it, because, you know, that was just the Bible verse that we had for that week. I missed that program too, man. I missed them. I want to go back, you know, I do. And I am. And that's what it is. But I got to get my affairs in order and do, you know, handle my responsibilities and whatnot and these things. But I want to go back, you know, and I've been in contact with them, and I can go back, you know. But anyways, okay, so number 66. Or number 67, sorry. I'm scared of rodents and insects. Mice scare me. And cockroaches scare me, you know, that sort of thing. 68, I'm fascinated with science and space, you know. Pretty interesting to think about the possibilities of what's out there in space and, like, where we come from and, you know, who we are and why we're here and where we're going afterwards. You know, I get pretty fascinated by that, and, you know. But anyways, 69, I love all colors equally, but gray is stand out to me because it's two primary colors of black and white unite, you know, so gray. But, you know, this is me, you know, black and white, mulatto. 70, if I could learn to play any instrument, it would be the piano, you know, like something about the piano that I would just love to learn the piano. And my paternal grandmother, my father's mom, she played the piano at our church, you know. But my fingers on this one, I can't do this on my other hand, so I definitely know, you know. But hey, I could probably poke, you know, and peck. Okay, hold on. So okay, 71. If I could meet anyone famous, it'd be Ellen DeGeneres. For real, like, I think she's so passionate, and I like what she stands for, and, you know, and how she even ends her shows, you know, be kind to one another, you know. I like Ellen a lot, man. She's definitely it has been for a long time. You know, I used to watch her all the time. You know, I think it was at 4 o'clock every day. You know what I mean? I used to watch her pretty much. Yeah. So shout out to Ellen. I even drew her, kiddos, and sent the picture to her. You know. One time, you know, to try to, you know, meet her or whatever. to no avail. But hey, you know what I mean. I sent my shot, you know, to meet her. But anyways, 72. I can't stand to be hot. I'd rather be cold than hot. Yeah, I can't stand being hot, but I get better with dealing with it as far as becoming immune to the heat. Because every prison that I've been to, all 3 times I've been in prison, there's no such thing as air conditioner in prison where I was at. So those summers, I've spent multiple years there. Summers are very, very hot. Being around, you'd be in just your boxer shorts, sitting on your bed, sweating, dripping sweat, trying not to move. And I learned to be tolerant of that and deal with that, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, I had no choice. I was there. So when I'm out here in the streets, you know, and I'm very thankful of the fact that, hey, if I'm hot, I can just go get in some AC and go somewhere, store, home, wherever. So, but I can't stand to be hot, but I'm more tolerant of it, I guess. But, you know, if you're cold, you can always put on, you know, something to get warm. So, yeah. 73, the thing I most remember about King is how you smile from, strong as an ox, but how you smile from, you know, you was gumming it when I was out there, when I seen you last, Bubba. I miss you, son, man, I do. And, yeah. And, 74, the thing I remember most about Emma is how she'd light up when she heard my voice and she seen my face. I'll be like, where my stinker butt at? Where you at, stinker butt? I remember you used to sit in your little car seat, and I'll say your name, and I'll try to creep up behind you. And I'll be like, stinker butt, and your little head be like this. And you was back there, and your mom would be like, don't play with her like that. Show her your face. Because all you could hear was my voice. And you knew I was there. But yeah. So, you know I'm here now. You hear my voice now. Okay, 75. I'm working on cutting out cursing and any other non-productive habits. I have a problem with cussing a lot and saying what's on my mind, speaking my mind. Sometimes too bluntly, too profane, I guess you could say. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to cuss. And a lot of it's got to do with me just trying to do these videos, like. So I can't say dope no more, you know what I mean? Because I want my babies to be able to watch these and not have to be like, damn, why is my dad so potty mouth, you know? So yeah. 76. These next couple ones are just kind of like my views on I guess certain topics, and my views on love and relationships is at this time of my life, you know, obviously. I can admit that I'm not healthy enough to be in any type of relationship or give any type of woman any type of commitment. I'm just not healthy enough, you know, and so I'm not in love, and I'm not searching for love. Just from Emma, that's the only girl that I think about, like, and want to give my all to, you know. That's who deserves it, is Emma, and all my other daughters too, but Emma. More than anything, because at the end of the day, like, yeah, my other daughters, they you know, they have a, you know, I can talk to them, or they can talk to me if they choose to, and then when you don't have that choice, you know what I mean, like, so, and I chose drugs and women over you, and regret it every day. So who do I ever think I am to ever just go out here and think that I could just find a woman and fall in love and be happily ever after? I love you. And yeah. So I'd rather just be single, lonely, and unhappy for the rest of my life, if that's what it takes. Emma's the only girl that deserves my undivided love, attention, and yeah, that's what it is. Sorry, but okay, 77. My views on parenting and fatherhood, I guess. I don't really know how to be a good parent, I guess you could say, but I'm trying. You know, I'm gonna try harder. All I can, the best advice I can give to any of my kids is I can be an example of what type of father not to be. You know, so like I know that I have my sons are great sons. And King, I can only imagine what type of man you're gonna grow to be, you know, with the people who are raising you, and 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 I know that they're gonna raise you to be the best man that you could possibly be, and I'm thankful for that, because obviously I failed in doing so, you know. But if I could teach you anything, son, what type of man not to be, then I guess this wasn't in vain, you know. So yeah, and I know that Malik and Bo, they're gonna be way better men than I could ever be, you know. Malik already is, you know. That nigga's worked more. Excuse me, my son has worked more than I ever have my whole life, and he's only 20, and that's sad, you know. But I'm proud of him, and so regardless of what type of father or parent I've been, in some messed up way, I take pride in the fact of knowing that, hey, I created life in the aspect. I helped contribute to bringing someone into this world that has the possibility to be an astronaut, to being the scientist who finds a cure for AIDS or cancer. At the end of the day, like, you know, people, why are you always bringing these kids and you can't take care of them? And man, you're right, all of the above. What does that got to do with them kids, though? You feel me? Like, at the end of the day, like, that don't mean that they're gonna turn out like that. I know it's kind of, you know, selfish of me, but like, at the end of the day, like, I just believe that at the end of the day, like, regardless of my faults and failures, that you guys will far exceed any expectation than I ever imagined, and I believe that. 78. My views on politics. Well, you know, so much for Donald Trump, huh? But I really am not really too basically, as far as in, you know, I don't really get into politics too much. Why? Because at the end of the day, I really believe that in order for to vote, for me to go out here and vote, or want to have a vote that counted, or you know, thought to be heard, I would, for me to vote for someone, I have to agree on everything they stand for. And at the end of the day, like, I personally just, you know, there might be certain topics that I agree with, but what if there isn't? So then at the end of the day, like, why would I ever vote for one man's ideology and to run a country and to say, you know, whatever we're going through, and I don't even fully agree with what he stands for, you know what I mean, or understand or comprehend what it is that he stands for, exactly. So no, I guess I won't vote, and in my opinion, it's not like my vote will be heard anyways, you know. So I just my view is that God is in control, and he's the leader of our nation, and he's the leader of our world. And at the end of the day, that's who's in control, and that's who's in power. And, you know, and it's sad that everything that's going on, you know, in the world revolving around politics, man, and what the world's come to with wars and, you know, these protests and whatnot, you know. So I just I don't engage in it, you know. That's just my view on it. Religion, my view on religion, you know, I went on this quest, you know, in prison, trying to find the right religion that, you know, worked for me. And at the end of the day, you know, my conclusion is that there is no right or wrong religion, that whatever works for you, you know. Like, that's the thing about religion that I couldn't understand, is, you know, that this religion will bash this religion, or say that this religion is wrong. And, you know, at the end of the day, man, I believe that I believe that that there is no wrong religion, man. Whatever works for you, and it's helping you become a better person, and bringing you closer to a higher power, then who am I or anyone else to ever say that you're wrong for what you believe in, man? And so I'm a big believer on, like, don't ever let anyone tell you that you're wrong for what you think or how you feel, man, ever. And if I'm wrong for that, I'm sorry, but that's just my opinion and my view. Because at the end of the day, what goes through your mind and how you feel, man, nobody can tell you that you're wrong for that. It's just the actions that that follow those feelings and thoughts are what make things wrong, you know. Like, you know, that's just me, though. That's my view, and you know what I mean. But I just wanted to share that with you. You know, number 80, the two main influences or inspirators in my life, male role models or figures. Growing up, would have been my Uncle Vic, by far greatest man I ever met in my life. My Uncle Vic, shout out to him. yeah, like and also my sister's ex-husband, Dave, brother-in-law. Um, when I was growing up, man, I looked up to him, like the type of man and father that he was, and as well as my Uncle Vic. But and both of them had a time in my life where they took me in and tried to help me and stuff. And sometimes I was just too hard to handle. So people would give up on me, and I get it. You know what I mean? But yeah, and I ain't never met a greater man than my Uncle Vic, for real, for real. I love you, Uncle Vic, man, straight up. Um, he's actually, I wrote a chapter about him in one of my books called The Greatest Man I Ever Met. And we'll sum that up with right now, though, the greatest inspirators, motivational people in my life would be Eric Thomas and David Goggins. I like listening to him, and that's who kickstarted me into, getting my foot in the door and, doing the right thing for all the right reasons, and so yeah, everyone tells me about what I shouldn't do and what I can't do, what I ain't supposed to do, but nobody ever tells me what I can do, you know what I mean, and I get that out of listening to those men. So yeah, King Daddy, man, and rest my sons, man. Like at the end of the day, man, if you're ever looking for like some inspiration or somebody to kick that spark into you, man, turn on Eric Thomas and David Goggins, man, and go full throttle with them. They got a voice. I promise you're gonna get something out of it. 81. I don't like to be alone. Cause I get depressed. There's a difference between isolation and solitude, and solitude's good for me. You know what I mean? I get it from time to time, like right now. But isolation is a whole nother ball game for me. Leads to other things, So yeah, know the difference and be aware. 82. My view on family is family's everything. Blood is thicker than water. And at the end of the day, like you only get one family, and don't lose them. You know what I mean? Don't take it for granted. And there is, that's all it is family. Friends is not saying anything about anybody else. That's where I don't believe in friends. You feel me? I don't believe in friends. It's family or nothing. Bottom line, you got acquaintances and you got people come across doing life, mutual contacts and whatnot. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're my friend or that I'm their friend. Because at the end of the day, family is everything, and it's the only thing that's been there, is going to be there, and should be there. And at the end of the day, I failed at being there for my family, and yeah, so I'm dealing with that. So I get it. You know what I mean? So family's everything, kiddos. Okay, 83. My view on honesty is always tell the truth, man. I have, never sacrifice your integrity for anybody, man. If you have to lie to someone to gain their approval or acceptance, then what's to say about you? You know what I mean? And I had a problem with that before, especially, and I used to be too honest sometimes and be open to the point where people would use my honesty against me to hurt me. And so I'm aware of that. And at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that I would ever tell a lie or that lying's acceptable. Absolutely not. But I'd rather just politely tell you that it's none of your business and that you're not entitled to that truth, or to I just won't answer the question. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like they wouldn't appreciate it in the first place if I feel that they're just going to use it against me to hurt me. So that's something to keep in mind, kiddos. Through life, it's a lesson that I learned, is that yeah, just knowing that sometimes, man, when you're too honest, man, and you're too open, that it can be used against you to hurt you. Just know that, okay? So, 84. The steps I'm taking to become a better person and father are, well, here I am. Accountability, accepting responsibility, making no excuses, and just owning up to your faults and failures, to my faults and failures, and just admitting them is the first step. Not blaming other people for your faults and failures and for your actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's my first step. And then it's, you know, to create a plan, to have goals, and to, you know, and to have steps in order to reach those and attain those goals. And so with that being said, you know, I get back on track. I'm also going to finish these parenting classes I need to finish watching and send off to the Matrix program. I'm gonna do that because I haven't done that, you know, lately. But I'm gonna do that, man. And so, for me, you know, to hopefully become a better person, go to NA every day, go to church. You know, I know what I got to do. I know the steps I got to take, and then it's been a week and a half, whatever. And I felt, you know, nothing. Pops pick up where he left off, like nothing. You know what I mean? Don't dwell on the past. And acceptance for me is a big thing, man. Accepting the reality of my world because of my actions. So by me becoming a better person, I guess, would be to show that, you know, I can live on and get comfortable with the uncomfortable sometimes, you know, if that makes sense. Okay, number 85. The reason for you being in foster care is my fault. I can't blame nobody but me. It's my fault. The truth is that I chose drugs, women, and an addictive lifestyle over my babies, and sacrificed who I was as a man, and by losing my manhood when I lost my kids, man. And I realize that now. And I'm sorry, kiddos. Yeah, sorry. I love you, and okay. Hold on a second, kiddos. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, kiddos. So, here we go. Number 86. I was powerless over my addiction and chose a lifestyle of. Okay, well, I already said that. Okay, 87. The only thing that saved me from such a dark world is God. Sometimes you know, you gotta do it for yourself, man. But sometimes, you know, for some people, you gotta believe in a higher power before you can believe in yourself, and that's what it took for me. So God, that's it. That's the only answer there is. 88. I first had to believe in Him before I could believe in myself. 89. Every day, I must wake up and pray. Otherwise, my day won't be right, and I know that. So, like, when I say wake up and pray, I mean, like, how I pray is like, you know, I personally believe you don't have to get on your hands and knees and you know all that. But yeah, I do that too. But when I first wake up and I'm conscious of being alive, I instantly, with my eyes still closed, I recite my prayer that, you know, my prayers that I say every day. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So let me see. Okay. 90. I have 12 daily principles that I try my hardest to live by. So yeah. So I'm gonna read them to you here in a second. Let me find this paper. I want to read them to you in order or whatever. 91. I believe my purpose in life is to just be God's vessel in one way or another, and deliver His message to other people like me, man. Like, that's just what it is. You know, try to become a better person in recovery, man, and just, you know, help inspire people, man, and encourage other people that dang, somebody just sent me a message I read across the top that says somebody passed. Damn. Sorry. God bless him. Yeah. 92. I hope to see you both again. Yeah. Um, a big thing that helped me. I went to some place yesterday. A lot of times, kids, I want answers about you, kids, and I know that I'm not going to get them the way I want them, but God somehow still gives me some type of closure, consoles me, and makes me feel a little bit better. So, my selfish ways, I got an answer that I was looking for, and I believe that that I will see you again, and I'll be ready. 93, the greatest gift I have to offer society is my sobriety, and that's something that's a motto that I live by, and something I truly believe in. 94, the best advice I have to offer you is don't be like me, be better than me. If I could teach you anything, it's to learn from my personal faults and failures and my life lessons, and like I said, learn exactly what type of father not to be. 95, everything I failed, even though I failed you as a father, I hope I can be an example of, like I said, what type of father not to be, or that one day that you'll, find me, or I find you, whether it be to tell me that you hate me and cuss me out and that you never want to see me again, or that you forgive me, or that either way, anyway, I just hope that because you're entitled to feel any type of way you feel about me, and I deserve that, good, bad, or ugly, and I'm sorry. 96, I'm no longer on probation, parole, or in the legal system. Just a prisoner in my own brain sometimes, That's it. But I want to be free. I want to be liberated, and I can only do that through God. 97, the only thing that holds me accountable is me and YouTube, these videos. So and that's real, I do this for y'all, man. Bottom line. And they say you gotta do it for you before you can. That might be true. They say you gotta do it for you before you can do it for anybody else, and that might be true. But what about that person that doesn't even have any self-worth or self-value because he lost his manhood when he lost his babies? How could I ever do it for me? Right? So at the end of the day, I've learned to hey, even when you don't want to do it for yourself, why don't you do it for somebody else, or at least try? So, yeah, I do this for me so I can do it for y'all, and vice versa, man. As a team, man. That's how way I can do it, man. Because I can't do it on my own understanding, I'll tell you that now. And with God, of course. Okay, and then 98, my whole life consists of breathing for y'all, and fighting for y'all every day that I can. And so yeah, and I want y'all to know that. So that's why these videos are so important to me. 99, I believe that God will one day reunite us together. In 5 years, I hope to be on Homestead Hall with all my babies. That'd be the greatest feeling in the world. But if it don't happen in 5 years or whatever, however long it takes, I'm gonna keep chucking. I'm gonna keep doing it. I ain't gonna give up. I'm here for the long haul, man. No more, excuse. I got it, man. I get it. Number 100, I want my legacy to be remembered as someone that who fought for the both of y'all to the very end against his disease of addiction, or at least dies in the process. That's it. I don't want to be remembered as the guy that was getting high and my dad, he gave up on us and he lost us and all that. So how my story ends, I'm gonna be clean. I'm gonna be sober. That's the only way it ends. Bottom line, period. So that's what it is. think I missed one. That was 101. Yeah, and that's what it was. That was actually 101. I missed one somewhere or something, but yeah. So just know that like that's 101 things about Pops, and I love you kiddos, man, and I miss y'all, man, and I'm back on track, man. So I'm gonna do these videos every day, man, and keep you updated and let you know that Pops thinks about you and he loves you every day, and that I miss y'all, and that I feel worthy enough to make these videos today and tomorrow. Hopefully, you know, every day from this day forth. And the days that I don't, like obviously, you know why. But we're not gonna go through that no more. So I got you. I'm back on track, and I love you, kiddos, and God bless.